Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing out there in YouTube land? We're here for my first World Cup broadcast, and I chose the Canada versus Bosnia Herzegovina game. I was supposed to do the Mexico game yesterday, but I had to go to a very sad event, and that was more important than me broadcasting doing some watchalong for some game. But I'm back. Today. Looking forward to the World Cup. I will admit, I'm still having hangover from what transpired with Jamaica, so I haven't got there. I'll admit it. I mean, I heard some people tell me I should get over Jamaica not making the World Cup. But almost every game that I watch, and I watched one so far, obviously. Well, no, I was watching part of the Korea game, but I fell asleep last night. South Korea game versus Czech Republic and South Korea 1-2-1. Every game I watch, it crossed my mind that, you know what, Jamaica not playing in the World Cup. So I need to get over it and move on, but it ain't happening anytime soon. So Canada is playing at home. The Canadians are out in full force. Unfortunate for Canada, to me, their best player, Alphonso Davies, has an injury. They're hoping to get him back later in the tournament, but that may not materialize. As a player, and the World Cup occurs every 4 years. So you're lucky. You're not like, what's his name, Ochoa of Mexico, who's been to 6 World Cup now. You'd be lucky if you get to 2 World Cup. So most people get to none. So when you have a chance, when your country is hosting the World Cup, you're playing on home soil, you have a chance to play, and then you get injured, that cannot be a good feeling. But it should be a good game. Obviously, Canada didn't have to qualify. They didn't make the last World Cup. They made the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. But they didn't make the last World Cup they made the last World Cup. This World Cup, they didn't have to qualify because they're a host nation, along with Mexico and the United States. And Bosnia Herzegovina, I'm just going to say Bosnia and H, a country that is going through tons of turmoil as it relates to their history. And this was part of the old Yugoslavia where they had ethnic cleansing and a bunch of stuff. And as many of you may know, a lot of their players play around Europe and come from different parts of Europe because a lot of people had left that area because of what transpired, the war they had. But they've come together as a nation. And it's interesting because Kolasinac, who used to play for Arsenal, actually, still playing. I thought Kolasinac retired from football. He left Arsenal a while ago. He used to play left back. And he's still playing. I thought Džeko would start today, but he's not. So here's the starting lineup for both teams. And it should be a good game. You can see for both teams. We have for Bosnia, I'm going to call him Bosnia, even though Herzegovina is also part of their name, is a hyphen. They have Vasilic in goal. They have Dedic. If you notice the names, most of those names end with C, almost all of them. Kolasinac, Basic, Katic, Moramovic, Bajara Ravic. I'm gonna destroy myself today with his name, and I can't even read what I have here. Let me expand it because I can't even see it well. This is bad. I thought I could read. Maybe that's me. Maybe Speed was talking about me the other day. Tahirovic, Lukic, Demirovic, and Mimic. Every single name apart from the goalkeeper ended with a C. So I find that really interesting. And then for Canada, even Canada has some of those similar names also. Let me pull up look at the Canada names. And by the way, the team's coming out in the field. They have in goal Kripia, and then you have Johnston, Laria, Kone, Fogeroles, Cornelius, Buchanan, Eusteki, Olawasi, Jonathan David, and Miller. Those are the two teams. I think I probably just call numbers in this game versus trying to call names. I embarrassed myself today. Bless up, Mohammed. Bro, man, what are you doing? Kranky, that black man never makes it. The kid in the Mexico team who's the top scorer in the Saudi Pro League, he's actually from Colombia, but he became a naturalized Mexican citizen. So even Mexico have citizens who are naturalized who are not from the U.S. because most Mexicans who naturalize are from the U.S. So yeah, no. Do I think Canada can do it? Yeah, I think. Well, what do you mean by do it? They can win today's game, definitely. Yeah. They can win today's game. Bosnia came through what? Wales? It was a tough draw for them, but they overcame Wales. So yeah, Canada can do it. I think they're missing Alphonso Davies big time because even when Alphonso Davies played for Bayern the other day, when they played against PSG and they drew 1-1, he changed that game. All right? When he comes in the game, he's changed the game. He's a different type of talent. Alphonso Davies used to play forward when he was 16. He went to Bayern and turned into a defender. But no, he's a big miss for Canada. But you hope Jonathan David comes through actually, because he's a hit and miss sometimes. At one time, Arsenal was looking at him, but he's hit and miss. So we'll see what happens. But it should be a good game. By the way, people, if you're coming to the chat, I'm trying to get encouragement because I'm not getting encouragement from some of you for do these games. It takes a lot of time, and I take time out of my day, do something, and I've been really busy of late. So I need some encouragement. If I don't get this, like I was doing the next game, I didn't get the stream, I didn't do the next game. I'm doing that from nowadays. I'm not getting the stream, I'm not doing the games. I'm just going to hang up my nephew, and he and I are going to watch the games, and we can tease each other because he doesn't like most of the teams I like. So, and he's much better company than some of you are being acted. Some of you are great, but some of you just come in, you take and you leave and you don't give back. It's a two-way street, people. And I mean, it sounds miserable as a two-way street. So if I ain't getting the support, I'm not doing the streams. I'm just finding time that I have a bunch of stuff I can do with my time. I live for support. So if you ain't giving the support, yeah, can't do it. But this should be good. This should be good. I'm looking forward to it. I noticed that a lot of the feeds are pretty good. See Jesse Marsh. And by the way, I think Jesse Marsh would have been a good coach for Jamaica. Seriously, I think Jesse Marsh would have been a good coach for Jamaica. I think Jamaica would have thought about him. Maybe we couldn't pay him. Because I was reading an article yesterday where Pochettino is being paid, what, $5 million a year? That's a lot of money, people. But he's not being paid $5 million by the government or necessarily by U.S. Soccer Federation. A couple of rich finance guys. One of them is, finance, especially in New York. His name is Griffin. They pay up a lot of his salary, actually. So a lot of money that he gets come from private citizens who are billionaires. So there's a number of really rich people in Jamaica. So the JFF, who think they have linkage and think they know people with resources, they need to get some of that sponsorship. But they have to build up some credibility first, and it's probably a no-win situation because that's not happening. By the way, people, it's 34 you in the chat, 11 likes. Why? I'm a stingy. That's not even 1/3. That's like that's like Jalen Brunson's shooting percentage. But I'm looking forward to the games, and I'm looking forward to the World Cup. It's been an interesting World Cup. The Somalian referee, I was watching a program where he was denied entry to the United States, spent 11 hours at Miami airport, and then sent back home. I do think FIFA need to get their act together. You know, Infantino kissed the orange man's butt, frankly, and that sounds crass on my part, but that's how I feel about it. And yet he still don't get some things done. If they're gonna bring people in, then and the US said they have irrefutable evidence to substantiate the person associated with certain undesirables, then what you need to do is make sure you do your own due diligence to make sure that's not the case. And if not the case, you call it out. The US always say these things and they don't have any evidence or don't produce the evidence. But I'm sure they're going to say, we don't produce the evidence because our sources are confidential. And if we produce the evidence, you may know our source. They're going to come up with this circular nonsense. But we'll see. Well, the kid has been, he's 34 years old. He's a referee. He's been put in a very difficult situation. He's been given the Aston Villa PSG game that's going to be played at the beginning of the season. It's a big deal for him. He's a top African referee. But I also see where Thomas Partey was denied entry to Canada. Because I think in Canada, if you've been charged with a crime or convicted of a crime, you get denied a visa. I find those cases interesting. I thought you were guilty and proven innocent. But anyway, we'll see what happens. It's almost game time. Almost game time. You guys can tell me when Jamaica is playing. I'm looking forward to going to the game. Hey, determine, what do you mean the Liberian? If you were to call out the heritage or the birthplace of so many players, we wouldn't have a World Cup. The World Cup teams would be dramatically different. Dramatically different. But this should be a good game. I'm hoping to bring. I'm gonna try to bring tonight's game also. I think tonight's game should be a good one between Paraguay and the US. Last time they played, the US beat Paraguay 2-1. That should be a really good game. US is feeling enthusiastic. They're feeling good. They're feeling very good about their chances and how they'll do. And I'm looking forward to them playing tonight. So if I have the opportunity, I'm going to bring the game. I'll do a watch along. And I'm glad a lot of the games, not most, but a lot of games, quite a bit of games are being shown on Fox. Especially when the games don't conflict, so that's a good thing. And the Canada is that red everywhere. Some white. So maybe a few splintering of Bosnian in the crowd. Canada starting off. Ball play down the line. Oh, it's a nice neat tackle. Throw in to Canada. Throw in to be taken by. Is that number 11? Is that Miller? Yep. Miller, really good throw. In the box. Cross by Canada, out of bounds. Corner to the Canadian. That was a really good throw. See what Arsenal started people complaining about? We started the long throw thing. Got it from Stoke years ago. That was dangerous. Kevin says Canada 2, Bosnia 1. Yeah, what's your guys' prediction for the game? 2-0? I think Bosnia may score. I think Bosnia may score. Oh, interesting. Interesting corner by Canada. I'm not sure if that was deliberate. It looks like it. Canada keeper came all the way out. Here comes Canada trying to come forward again. Bosnia won it. Bosnia coming forward. Oh, and that's not a good foul at all. Foul against Canada, free game to Bosnia. Kranky, only support European countries. I actually didn't know Jamaica was European, but I learned something every day. I learn something every single day. See, I like to be educated. That's me only support European countries. So we can open this up bigger. Oh, you can't see it. Shot by Bosnia over the bar. That should have been 1-0, actually. That should have been 1-0. P just a 2-1 to Canada. Cross came in. Bosnia was offside. Let's say if the ball went. They're in an offside position. Ball headed down, played out, and he blasted over the bar. He should have put that away. That has to be a goal. He has to score that. He has to score that. That was bad. Hit the wrong thing. Trying to put the score up. So why it's not showing? Here comes Canada. Played on the wing. Have a chance to cross into the box. Poor cross. Played up by Bosnia. Not a good cross. One thing we have to be cognizant of is the heat. The heat is very, very unforgiving. Very, very unforgiving. I'm trying to get this score in the top right-hand corner to be clear, but it's not. So you can see clearly. I don't want to move it over Džeko's head. But if you look at the top right-hand corner, the score is 0-0. We are in early game. 3:50 in. Score tied at 0. It's going to be a really, really interesting game. I don't trust Canada's defense like I don't trust the U.S. defense. I think that's where they struggle. I think offensively they're fine. Defensively they're challenged. That was a poor kick out there a while ago. Maybe I move it to the left. Free kick to Bosnia. We're in the 5th minute of play. Score tied at 0. They play it short. And now going to the box. Really good ball over, headed down, out of bounds. Goal kick to Canada. We're in this 5th minute of play. Canada 0. Dr. Don, how you doing? You doing work, Dr. Don? Or you're sculling work. Which one is it? Which one is it? Are you off today? Roman says not so hot today. Okay. Ball played up by Canada, trying to find Jonathan David. No luck. No pattern being played. They just play the ball over. By the way, I watched the South Africa-Mexico game. Thought South Africa. No wonder Jamaica draw with South Africa. They're not good. I just said Jamaica. They're not good. They're not good. No wonder Jamaica, a JPL team, draw with South Africa. They're not good. That's all I say. They're not a good team. Oh, you're doing that thing we talked about. Okay. Oh, brown sugar. Sorry, brown sugar? I was mistaking you for brown man security. I apologize profusely. I just didn't read the whole brown thing. My eyesight is deceiving me. So sorry, brown sugar. I would never think of a Jamaican man named Brown Sugar. He would not survive with that name. So sorry about that, brown sugar. And bless up. Thanks for joining. So I guess you're in Canada, I assume. Throw into Bosnia. We're in the 6th minute of play. Score tied at 0. Bosnia coming forward. The goalkeeper is all. The center half is deep. They have an interesting setup, actually. Ball headed by Canada. People need to put the ball on the ground. They're just playing what we call bat up and catch. Bosnia coming forward. Yeah, the football so far has not been that good. It's only 2 games, but 2 games were not impressive in terms of how the teams played. So we'll see. All right, Brown Sugar. I appreciate you, Brown Sugar. Thanks for supporting. And thanks for not being silent today. Silent is not good, people. I can tell everybody that silent is not good. Because we can't have a show if you're silent, brown sugar. But then I feel like I'm talking to myself. Yeah, they're not good. They're not good king jobs. They're not good. Not even a little bit. Oh, good win by Bosnia coming forward. Canada's press is not organized. They're pressing wild. They're not pressing with substance. Canada coming forward. Ball played wide. We need to see some good football, people. I'm looking forward to the Brazil-Morocco game. That should be a good game. That should be a very good game, actually. Looking forward to that game. I expect one to be one of the better games in the first round, so we'll see what happens. Canada coming forward. I'm sorry, Bosnia coming forward. 9 minutes in. It's one of those games you find it even hard to commentate on because when you commentate, you want the ball to be utilized really well so you can actually track the play and call players' names and numbers and whatever else. But if you keep kicking the ball to the other team, it's hard to then have continuity. It's just, yeah, really bad football so far. Everybody just bang. It's like watching a 1960s football. Okay, here comes Canada. Ball played out wide. This is a hard watch. Miller's on the left. David is inside. The Knicks, I don't, Dr. Dan, I'm gonna say this about the thing. People, the Spurs should have been up 3-0 in this series. I'm a big Knicks fan, as you know, huge. But the Spurs should be up 3-0 or 3-1, being down 3-1. So I show you that sometimes you gotta play smart. Throwing by Canada on a long throw in the box, headed over. Canada controls and plays the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. He's almost at the halfway line, and he's gonna go long. If he's smart, and he does, but it's too flat. Now, good ball out to Miller. Miller with the ball. About his man should run by him. Decided to go back inside. Plays it to, is that Estaquio? Estaquio, right? What are we doing? Canada just walking the ball. Maybe I thought you say it was not hot brown sugar. They're playing like it's hot potato. And Canada just turn the ball over and give Bosnia a break. And here comes Bosnia coming forward and bad tackle as a yellow card. So you have the ball. You're in comfortable position. You have to make an easy 5-yard pass. And the referee doesn't give, he's giving a yellow card. And you take them and you make a bad pass and create a dangerous situation for your team. That's not forgivable, people. You can't make them kind of mistake if you're playing forward and making that easy pass. Easy pass. So that's Oluwaseyi making an unforgivable pass and giving his team Johnston a yellow card. He owns that. Nitro said Brazil. See, you're pulling Brazil Nitro. By the way, people hit the like button. It's 22 likes on 52 people. That cannot be right, people. Come on, people. Encourage me to do World Cup games. Please encourage me. I'm begging for encouragement. I'm begging for encouragement, people. Please encourage me to do World Cup games. Please encourage me. We're talking football. And the Bosnian is down. He's going to milk it too. That could have been a red card, people. That was a 2-foot takeout tackle. That's a dangerous play. If that stud had stepped in his ankle, he'd be gone. I don't think it's a no-nonsense tournament per se. I think it depends on the ref. That ref who refed it is a CONCACAF referee, isn't he? He does. CONCACAF play physical football, so The first red card was a definite red. Ball headed down, collected by Canada. Because the forward created the situation for the red by cutting across the player. He wasn't trying to foul him, but he had to give him a red because he prevented the goal scoring opportunity. But it wasn't like the defender was trying to tackle him. Here comes Bosnia coming forward. Trying to play the ball around. You just joined us. We're in the 12th minute of play and score is tied at 0. It's not been a good game so far. I'm not sure why that is. Canada's a better footballing team than this. They're not playing the ball well, and it's not like they've been pressed vigorously by the Bosnians. Canada headed out again, trying to come forward. Ball play over the top, trying to find Jonathan Davies, but played back to the keeper by Bosnia, and here we go again. 13 minutes in, we're tied at 0. Nothing fluid happened so far. Canada has not settled down. Maybe they're nervous, not putting the ball on the ground, not moving into space. And then they don't have a really press. They have a very soft press, which gives Bosnia a chance to play out and play it comfortably, and yet Bosnia play the ball out of bounds. Canada trying to throw it in quickly. Davies have it wide. He crosses, good cross, played out for a corner to Canada. It's Canada's third corner. Bosnia has not had one so far. Yeah, and that was a smart move they made. That was a good attempt by Jonathan Davies to find his teammate. Thank you. Hey, Melchai, how you doing? Everything all right? Zone marking by Bosnia. Play shot by Canada. Ball crossing the box. Headed up by Canada. Back into the box. Here comes Bosnia trying to break. Ball hit the referee. Needs to stop it. And turn and have a drop kick. 20 of you have not hit the like button. Please do so. Referee could not get out of the way of that one. So here can Bosnia again. They're going long. If I didn't see the colors in the team, I think Jamaica would be playing, since they can't keep possession. Oh, I forgot. Rudolph said we keep possession of that. Here comes Canada coming forward. Ball plays up brilliantly into... Well, that was to Buchanan. He crossed it. Oh, sorry. It goes to Buchanan now. He has it. He comes forward. We're trying to play the ball into the box, and there's no... That's not a good attempt. It's a poor pass. Here comes Canada again. Canada coming forward just over the halfway line, looking to go long, decided to change their mind and played short. Bosnia's dropped back in. They're just settling. I think they're probably thinking about the weather and just play safe. They're not pressing. They're not overcommitting. Ball played out right to Miller. He has man one-on-one. He should go by him. Cuts back inside. Plays back in to Tejan. Tejan to Miller. Miller gonna cross. Good cross over the box. Headed out by Bosnia. Or attempt to head out. Canada applying the pressure. Here comes Canada again. Ball into the box. Headed down. Mishead. Shot. Oh, what a miss. Oh, my Lord. Jonathan Davies has to score that. He got a sitter. And that was almost at the penalty spot. On his left foot, but he should be putting that away. Ball hit down. He came in and he kicked the ball straight to the keeper. That has to be a goal. That is unbelievably poor. You cannot be a very good center forward and not hit a corner with that shot. No composure. He rushed it. I'm not sure people realize how big a chance that was. There was a huge chance. Canada's been a better team so far. You expect Davids or Tani Olawase to score, but yeah, that he has to put that away, people. The crowd actually is crying. They want his fans' expression, and Jesse Marsh is killing himself. Jesse knows this is big for his reputation and for his coaching pedigree. What team do I support? I support Jamaica. If it's not Jamaica, then I'm Jamaica. So here's my order of teams. It's Jamaica, England, USA, and France and Brazil are tied. I support the three countries I'm a citizen of. So if I'm a citizen of a country, I support them. Brown sugar is a woman determined. Don't ask that question. That's a rhetorical question. It's a woman. She's a female. I made a mistake I thought it was brown man security. I didn't read it well. I just saw the brown and jumped to a conclusion. So there are a few Bosnians in the crowd, but it's mainly a Canada crowd. Thrown by Bosnia in the 18 minutes of play. No score so far. Best chance. Canada's got the best chance. I haven't taken it. Canada also has the only yellow card of the game so far. But Jonathan Davies has to score that goal. Here comes Canada, trying to play forward. Good move by Canada, coming forward. Ball play to Davies. Trying to find... here comes Jonathan Davies. Here comes Canada again. Really bad pass there. A horrible pass, actually. Horrible pass. They have the ball in easy space and they're making bad pass. That makes no sense. My prediction bracket, I didn't build. I haven't had time, people. I've been crazy busy. Like crazy busy. That was a powerful turnover by Laria previously on that break that they had. Bless us, Emerson. You're back in Bosnia? I don't think Bosnia can beat Canada. I don't think so. You guys disrespect. Hey, Emerson, you guys in Europe disrespect the CONCACAF teams. I see Haiti beat New Zealand 4 and you only beat them 1 in England. So, I'm using that as a base, as a guide. Canada rushing the passes too much. Here comes Bosnia again. Kolasinac trying to play the ball out wide. Oh, that's a brutal hit. That's very physical. Laria with a very physical play. Yeah, that was a foul. That was a little bit. Didn't really need to go that hard. And corner to Bosnia, played over, headed in, goal! Goal! Number 25 from Bosnia. That's Lukic, that's center forward. Goal to Bosnia. Poor near post defending by Canada. And Canada rule that miss by Jonathan Davies. One love to the Bosnians. Simple corner, near post. Nobody's marking him. And number 7 from Canada, who is Steven Eustachio, what was he doing? He's in no man's land. He's not preventing the cross from coming over. And the Bosnians are pretty tall and pretty big. That was poor defending. Poor defending. If number 7 is in no man's land, he's not blocking the corner and he's not marking anybody. He's just in no man's land. That's poor defending. And Lukic was right there to put in the net. And Canada is down 1-0. It looked like a double header, actually. It got headed over first, and then Lukic put it away. 1-0 to the Bosnian. So, Emerson, your prediction may come through. Canada has not started well. You're at home, you're down 1-0. It's not a good feeling. Here comes Miller. Now the Bosnians are pressing. And almost turned it over. Canada almost turned it over. That's a smart press, actually. Very smart press. Very smart press. So it's 1-0 to the Bosnians. You know, I should put the score someplace where you can see it. Try to put the score someplace you can see it clear as day. So it's 1-0. You know, maybe I'll put it on here. Should I put it on here? I'm trying to put the score someplace, people, you can see it clear as day. That's too big. But it's 1-0 to Bosnia. I guess we have a hydration break. That was awful by Canada. Awful, awful, awful. You know what? I'll do it like this. Awful by Canada. Uh-oh. I think I may mess this up, you know. I'm good at doing that. I apologize, people. I'm trying to find the score. I just had the score up. And then I tried to change it, and that didn't work. I'll do this. If you just join us, we are watching the game between Bosnia and Canada, the host, one of the 3 host countries. Bosnia scored goal by Lukic, number 25. And Canada is down early. Canada missed a sitter, in my view, from their number 1 forward, Jonathan Davies. They have no Alphonso Davies for this game. So not a good situation to be in. Not a good situation to be in at all. Yeah, I'm trying to put it above my head, but I messed up, and now I lost it. Actually, I have multiple of these streams, but I lost it, so I gotta find it. Somehow I maybe have to redo it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna redo it. All right. Hopefully, I can do it before. Uh-oh. And now I think I got rid of it. Let me pull it back up. Gonna recommence the game. Canada coming forward. Canada cannot afford to lose the first game at home. They have to find a way to even the score. Canada coming forward again. What's those? Larry making those really bad passes. He has easy pass to make. They must still be nervous. You have easy pass to making such bad passes. Here comes Canada. Trying to find a way to penetrate the Bosnians. All they have to do is going to sit back and try to hit them on the counter, you know. That's going to be the this thing is too much on my head. Did I move myself too much down? All right. Move this up. So it's 1-0 to Canada so far. Canada going long. Davies chasing. Out of bounds. Corner to Canada. Good run by Buchanan. No, it doesn't look good over my head. Guy's messing up the Kranky live sign. Let me just say something. This may be better. Yeah, maybe better. I need to get a better ticker. I have to get a better ticker. Corner. Ball played out. Miller with a clear to shoot. What is Jonathan Davies doing? What's he doing? He has the ball out wide. Just try to put the ball back in the box. If you just join us, we're in the 29th minute of play. And Canada down 1-0 at home to Bosnia. See, he could find Miller right on the edge of the box, you know. Miller should come beside him and then play the ball to yeah. No, that's poor. Ball was played with too much pace. Here comes Miller. Has the man out wide. Decide not to give it to him. Comes back again. Plays all the way across. And Canada has a lot of men forwards. If they lose it now, they're subject to the counterattack. Ball played over poorly. And here comes Bosnia. They don't have numbers as yet. Canada's gotten back. Good run by Davies. And he wins the ball and comes forward. He's looking up. He has no option. He should go wide. Decide to come back inside. Canada dominating possession, but nothing show for it so far because Miller comes inside. Turns it over, and here comes Bosnia. Canada is overcommitting. If Bosnia doesn't have a lot of speed, but if they get on the break, it may be dangerous for Canada. Ball headed out. Here comes Canada again. "31st minute of the game, Canada losing by 1-0. And Bosnia's a tough team to break down. And watch them play Wales. They're not easy to break down. Very organized. Here comes Miller. He's the most dangerous player for Canada. But really good tackle here by the Bosnian. Ball picked up by Canada. Almost turned over. Plays in the box, headed down. Tani has it. He cuffed his shot. I have no idea what he was doing. Here comes Canada again. And look at Canada goalkeeper. He's almost at the halfway line. Bosnia's just playing deep. They're playing too deep, I think. Ball play down. Canada has it in the box. He has a chance. And he kicks it over the bar. That was poor by Olowasiye. Olowasiye. I just call him Tani from now on. Look, he had the ball to roll to Davies, people. If he just played that ball to Davies with his left foot, he's wide open. He hasn't looked up. Look, he hasn't looked up yet. All he's looked at the goal. He hasn't glanced up. People, if you're playing forward, any kids, you're playing forward, the first thing you do when you get the ball, you glance up, see where you are. The first thing you do, you glance. Your head's on a pivot. You should be looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down. Don't just look one direction. But you can embarrass yourself like he just did. That's just poor a while ago. Poor. He didn't look up one. David was wide open inside. If he rolls it to him, it's on his right foot, he has a chance to score. Now, he could have scored with his left foot, but he doesn't have a left foot. He doesn't have a left foot. It's very obvious. Here comes Buchanan trying to get by his man. Does a good job. Ball played up by Bosnia. Referee, linesman wave for throw-in to Canada. They can get a long, Miller can probably put a long throw in the box now. Yeah, he was upset, but he should be mad at himself for missing that first goal. Miller does have a long, no, that's not Miller throwing it. That would be Johnston showing it. Long throw by Johnston, all the way in the box. Headed out by Bosnia, corner to Canada. It's Canada's fourth corner. They need Arsenal to come help them with these corners and put one in the net. Johnston has a very long throw. Corner to good corner in the box, headed out. And here, Bosnia has a 1-against-1 now. Good play by the Canadian number 22, Richie Laria. Throwing to Bosnia. See, Canada has had about what, 4 or 5 corners and 2 long throws. I haven't done anything with them. The Bosnians are pretty tall though, and they're well positioned. They're really well coached actually, but they have not been. Their pattern has not been good. They have not been keeping possession really well. Throwing to Canada, trying to go long. That's battle there between Tani and the defender. Oh, that's a powerful header. That's like trying to hurt someone. That's the center half, number 13, Derek Cornelius. He came with a vengeance. Canada cannot afford to lose the first game of the competition. They cannot afford to lose the first game. That would be disastrous for them. It's not the toughest zone to be in, but it's also not the easiest. They just cannot afford to lose the first game. 35 minutes in. Bosnia 1, Canada, zilch. Here comes Canada again. Canada's dominated possession, but nothing to show for it. They're trying to play the ball from the back. They're playing 3 at the back. Taking a lot of risk, have a lot of men forward. Bosnia not pressing. Canada trying to come forward. It's Miller. Doesn't have a pass. Really good pass in. Good move by Canada coming forward. That's number 8, Ishmael Kone. Who's a very good player, by the way. Good tackle by Jonathan Davies. But throw into Bosnia. All these Arsenal haters, you know. Let me just say something. We'll come up with something new so you guys can complain about. Here comes Jonathan David. Ball won by Canada coming forward. Played wide. Estavia trying to run the middle. Goes wide out to trying to find Miller. Headed up by Bosnia. Really good play by Canada. Miller 1-2. To Coney. Coney back to Estavia. Back to Coney. Back to Miller. You need to put in the box now. Got wide. Good move. Beat the man in the box. Try to cross. Out of bounds. Should be a corner to Canada. Canada wingers are not tricky enough, though. You have isolated one-on-one. No step to the right and go left. Nothing. You stand the man up, you got to be able to go by him. No trickery. Your wingers have to have trickery, people. You give a hard step right and go left. Do something to get the defender off balance. You can go against him. So you get around the first man, but good cover by the Bosnian. Corner to be taken by Estavio. Good corner, headed out by the Bosnian. Davies trying to overhead kick out of bounds, another corner to Canada. It's got to be Canada's what? Canada what? 6 or 7 corner? Good play by Kolasinac. Let's see if it's a handball or something. Yep, it did hit his hand, but his hand was tucked in, so that wouldn't be a penalty. At least I don't think so. I don't know. He didn't move his hand away, and Davies didn't protest. You got to protest, you know. Then VAR will look at it more closely. But corner to, his hand was tucked in. Corner to Canada, we're in the 37th minute, 38th minute. It's a good corner playing, headed up, and played out by Bosnia. Canada will retrieve possession. Go all the way back to the keeper. Here comes Canada again. Just join us. We're in the 39th minute of play. Canada down by 1-0. This is the third match of the 2026 World Cup. This is Group B. Here comes Canada coming forward. You have a lot of men forward. It's Buchanan trying to go down the wing. Brilliant move. Has a chance to cross. And another corner. Corner after corner after corner after corner. Why the Bosnian try to like butt up Buchanan? It's a Buchanan of Yardi name. Corner by Canada be taken by number 7, Stephen Eustachio. Here comes Canada again. For trying to cross it, another corner. Now, people, if you take out 7 or 8 or 9 corners and you're doing the same damn thing over and over again, because the men are like 6'10" and it's not working, try something different. Go short or put someone into the box, put 3 or 4 people deep, create something where you have some width and some room to operate. You can't keep doing the same thing over and expect to get, okay, they try something short this time. Now, nobody's at the far post of Canada. What? Nobody's at the far post of Canada. Canada a chance to go through, but Bosnia cleared it out. Ball played over. Davies miscontrols. And he looked like he was onside. That was almost an opportunity. He miscontrolled that ball. I know it's over his head, difficult control, but it ain't that difficult. He just miscontrolled it. He should be taking that ball down and be open the goal. He's not had a good first half. By his standards, very poor. Canada playing some desperate football. Good play by the Bosnian coming forward. Kolasinac. Good play by Canada recovering. Kone almost turns it over. Here comes Canada coming forward. He's being held. Referee, that's a foul, referee. Figueroa was being fouled, but wasn't called by the referee. So I guess it's not a foul. 41st minute, Canada still losing at home in the first game of the World Cup qualifier. You cannot afford to lose your first game against an opponent you expect to at least get a draw against. So the pressure is on Canada. Canada coming forward again. Bosnia, I want to see what the possession stats are, because Bosnia has not had a lot of possession. Canada must have like 7 or 8 corners and about 3 throw-ins and haven't taken a shot at goal or head a ball to goal from all of that possession. Canada turned it over. Bosnia trying to counter. Bosnia has not offered much, frankly. But what Canada need to do is really space the team, space it out. Bosnia is playing smart. They're very compact. They're hard to break down. But what you have to do is be really wide with Buchanan and Miller, and then try to have Davies and Tani, although Wasei, find space between the left and right back and the center halves. Here comes Canada again. Ball plays out to Miller. He waited too long, and he turned the ball over. Way too long, was too casual, and turned it over. Poor. Bosnia 33%? Yeah. Canada is underperforming. I would agree with that statement. Underperforming. But they missed. To me, that was a sitter miss by Davies. He got to score that goal. Here comes Bosnia. They have room. They have number, space. And it's one-on-one there with Johnston. You got to remember, people, Johnston has a yellow card. He got a yellow card early in the game, so he has to be very careful when he gets isolated. Yeah, Bosnia has 32% possession to 68 for Canada. Canada has 7 shots, 1 big chance, 8 corners. Bosnia had 1 corner and they have 1 goal. Ball headed up by Canada, shot by Bosnia over the bar. Goal kick to Canada. We are in the 44th minute, and Canadians starting to get nervous. They're down, they're at home, and they have nothing to show for it so far in their first World Cup game. Not qualified, but World Cup game at home. Canada coming forward. That's a foul by the Bosnian. Free kick to Canada. And number 12. It's number 12. It's number 22. That's a yellow card against the Bosnian, actually. Larry, yeah. Yellow card to the Bosnian. Yeah, that was not a smart foul, actually. That's a bad foul. You were nowhere close to the ball. You could no way in hell get that ball. So Demirovic has a yellow card. So 1 yellow card apiece. Canada trying to go along, ball headed over, nobody's ball, nothing ball. That ball needs to have more height on it. Ball cleared up field. Here comes Bosnia trying to go forward. But like the rest of the game is just poor. It's a poor. The World Cup has started up really. This poor passing, poor decision making. And here comes Canada trying to shield the ball out of bounds and does really well. Goal kick to Canada. It's just not the first 3 games of the World Cup. I hope that's not indicative of the rest of the World Cup because we'd be bored to death. Ball played out, headed out by Bosnia. Bat and catch is occurring, just being headed anywhere and everywhere to everybody. Here comes Bosnia. They have it. They have numbers. 1 man in the box. Coming forward. Really good pass in the box. Looking to turn, squares it. Picked up by Canada. Try to play it out. Buchanan has it, and he's been tripped up. Referee, that should be a yellow card, referee. That should be a yellow card, referee. Yep, it is a yellow card. That's a deliberate trip. So 2 yellow cards now to the Bosnian. That was low kick, goal scorer. That was a cute trip, though. It wasn't very pronounced. And I fell asleep during the South Korea game. Say it wasn't bad. I fell asleep. So maybe I was watching the first half and seeing Son missing goals. So yeah. So if it was better than I saw it when I was awake, then yeah. I didn't think it was a great game. At least the first half. I watched the first half, I think. Most of the first half. Here comes Bosnia again. Canada trying to pressure. I don't know. Jesse Marsh has to reorganize at halftime. I don't think the pressure is the way they're playing defense. Look at the gap between the first and second line of defense. There's too much gap. Here comes Bosnia, and a really poor pass. There's no height on that pass. It's just a flat kick. That's not even a pass. We have 4 minutes of extra time, and we're in the second minute of extra time, or the third minute, I should say. Canada coming forward. Bosnia is just playing to just play out this game. They start their defense at the halfway line. Sometimes they press. Sometimes they just wait. Here comes Canada again. It's Buchanan. He should just run by his man. Dip left and go right. He comes inside. Really bad play. Really bad touch. Ball out of bounds. Should be a corner to Canada. And not a corner to Canada. That should be there. They're 8. Bad touch by Buchanan. Yes, this man, people, when you're not getting double team and you're playing out wide, you have to be able to beat your man one-on-one. Otherwise, what's the use? You have to be able to beat your man one-on-one. Ball played over. In the box, Canada with a shot, blocked, and not a corner. Now, that's going to be the 9th corner for Canada. That was a shot by Johnston. See that shot Johnston to people? Wasn't a smart shot. He should fake the shot because the man's right in front of him. He's only going to ricochet off him. Fake the shot and go down the line. There's no reason to shoot that ball. It's not going anywhere except being blocked by him. Yeah, the ball could ricochet, but the man is right there. If you move the ball, he may push a foot out. Corner by Canada. Headed out over the bar. Goal kick to the Bosnians. That head was by Cornelius. We're in the last minute of extra time. It's the third game of the World Cup between Canada and Bosnia Herzegovina. And Canada is losing at home. And Bosnia is not even playing that well. That's halftime, folks. If you just join us, at halftime, the game between Canada and Bosnia. Canada losing by 1-0. Not the best first half. Canada losing a game that they probably should be leading. They gave up a very poor goal to the Bosnians. And you would think that the home crowd would have inspired them somewhat, but that hasn't occurred so far. Maybe in the second half. That has not occurred. And maybe we look at some stats here at the end of the first half. What's sad, Uptown? What is sad, Uptown? In Uptown, what do you find sad? Are you in Canada, Uptown? Because I can assume that the Canadians are not happy about what's transpiring. All right, so this is, you know what? Let me do this. Blow it out. Ain't happening. I have the wrong one up. Not a good thing for Canada, actually. I want to show some first half stats. I'm trying to pull this up the right way. And my system is messing up on me. As usual. Oh, no, it's not my system. It's me. I'm the one messing up. System stop messing up. I'm the one messing up. Let me try to pull up some stats, people. So you can see what's happened in the first half. Even though you're able to see it yourself. And Canada has not been that great. So it's 1-0 against the Canadians. Why am I doing this? Pull up the wrong one. So these are first half stats. As you can see from these stats, and I can blow this up. In terms of possession, so from the first half stats, still I pull up the wrong one, people. I'm gonna take it off high screen. I'm trying to find one which is easier to navigate. All right, that should be better. Okay. So these are the stats. We have in the first half, ball possession, Canada has 66% possession. So Bosnia's 34. One big chance to Canada, one to Bosnia. I'm not going to say Bosnia had a big chance. I don't call that corner a big chance. I disagree with SofaScore. In terms of shots on goal, 7 to Canada, 5. Both keepers make a save each. And it's what their saves are. They're much of a save. Corners, 9-1 to Canada. Bosnia has double the fouls Canada has. You can see the passes. Canada 219. Bosnia 118. Not a ton of possession to me. Given though Canada dominated, you thought it'd be about 300 to 150. Tackles 10-9. Free kicks 8-4. And yellow cards, Bosnia has 2, Canada has 1. So those are the stats from the first half. Nothing to send home about. Nothing to write home about, people. Game is not overly interesting, I'll admit. I think Jonathan Davis has to do better. When you have that pedigree, you play in the French league, you play in the Italian league. When you have that pedigree, this is the big stage that you have to show that pedigree. You can't afford to come to these games and play as poor as he's doing, frankly. And Canada has a lot of players who play ball in Spain. They play in MLS. They play all over Europe. Bosnia has a decent team. They came to the playoffs in Europe to get here, but Omar Henry said US will reach the semis. What semis? What competition are you talking about, Omar? You have US reaching the semis. How you get US reach the semis? Semis are big people football, now. I don't know how you get US reaching semis. That's a huge call. Do you guys agree with him? That US will reach the semis? Really? I find that to be a very big call. No, well, you mean gonna reach not the semis? I mean, the first 2 in each group and a number of third place team go through. So you have a long way to go before you reach semis. Semis is hard to get to. You think gonna reach the semis? I don't see it. I don't see it. Look, they could be the Morocco of the last World Cup, but it's tough to see them reaching the semis. Do you guys think Canada will come back in this game, or you think it's over? Huh? You think Canada will come back, or you think it's over? The U.S. gonna have a hard time with Turkey. They'll have a hard time with Paraguay. They should beat Australia. Right? That's the way I see their bracket. So they'll get through this round, but yeah. All right, Omar, we're gonna hold you to it. That must be interesting. But you know what? He does behave himself on TV, by the way. He behaves himself on TV. It's not like when he's on TV, he acts like the wild man that he is. I've seen him on TV. He behaves himself on TV, so. You can't say yeah. You don't think US making that far? US have a good team, actually. They look good against Germany the other day. But then it's hard to judge Germany because Germany is not that good, to be honest. Germany is not a great team. But the U.S. lost to Germany. Robinson scored a really great goal. But I wouldn't say Germany is a very good team. If you're gonna pick semifinal, if you're gonna pick World Cup, and all depends on the draw and how they work out, because sometimes you expect some teams to finish in certain positions in the first round, they don't. Remember last World Cup, Argentina lost their first game? I think Brazil has a good team. I think Brazil would do well. I think Brazil would do well. I'm not going to bet up against Brazil. Brazil's problem is they need midfielders. Brazil has Guimarães and Casemiro in the midfield. Now, they're going to play Paqueta in the 10? Are they going to play Cunha in the 10? What are they doing? Because you play Cunha in the 10, you have 4 forwards. Vinicius Jr. doesn't play defense. So you have 10 defenders on the field. Depends on who they play in the center forward too. Are they playing Thiago? Are they playing the kid? Or are they playing the center forward? So that makes it interesting. You never know. Hit the like button, people. Trying to have some fun. World Cup just start. We're warming up. Well, if Neymar played them, no, they have 9 defenders. Neymar doesn't play defense. Vinicius Jr. doesn't play defense. You can't play against the best teams in the world and you don't play defense. They'll kill you. Literally. Figuratively. Doesn't work. You can't do that. They will destroy you. So that would not be smart. At all. I would not encourage anybody. Well, I'm a big Neymar fan, right? But it'd be interesting to see how it works out because Neymar doesn't play defense. And is Neymar ever going to be fit enough to play? That's another story. Will Neymar be fit enough to play? That is another story. These are the teams on the field. We'll see if they have any change at halftime. But these are the teams. We'll see how they come out. It'd be an interesting second half. Canada, though, has to do. I don't know what Canada need to do to win this game, to be honest. They're in a very difficult spot because they have nothing penetrative. Jonathan Davies is not doing what he's supposed to do as a center forward, which is when you get the chance, put him away. Don't play with your chances. Else you can kill your team. Cannot play the chances. I'm trying to fix something here, people, so you got to see with me. Do not play with your chance when you get them. Take them. I have to fix it in the next go around. The first game yesterday, what I say about that is I heard people talking about look, in the first game, South Africa is not a good football team. Let's be honest. They're not a good football team. They're poor. Very poor. I was very disappointed in South Africa. And here's the problem that you have, people. You see, when you start pick up some style of play and you don't really have the people to play the way it's supposed to be played, you can hurt yourself. The first goal they gave away was them playing out from the back. And the keeper giving the midfielder a ball where he should have done better with it. But you have to anticipate the press. And does he have outlets when he gets the ball facing you as a goalkeeper? You pass the ball to him, he missed control to his left, they come and score. You then did something worse. You passed the ball to the opposition the next time around. And he didn't score. You didn't learn from the first time. Now, if you play against the Mexicans, who were not playing well, by the way, there was a chance to get behind them and go long and counter them. I have no idea what South Africa was doing there. How does South Africa go through a zone? Wasn't Nigeria in South Africa's zone? I have no idea how South Africa was able to get through their African qualifiers. They're a poor team. By the way, people have to take 1 second break. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to say 2 minutes. But as usual, we'll have an interlude of music, and then I'll be back. My favorite song. 1 second, people. You know what I find funny? When I see Canada play, it's almost like they're robotic. There's no individuality. There's no ingenuity. There's no creativity in their team. They're playing 3 at the back and 2 center forwards. I don't think that's working. I think they need that. They need somebody in the 10 position to help create something for Davies. I don't think that the playing the 2 center forwards to me doesn't work. I know they've been using this for a long time, but when you play a team that's so compact, you gotta find something a little bit different. It's not working. So I don't think Davids, Jonathan Davids and Tani Oluwase, what's his name? Oluwase Seyi. Already a shot by the Bosnian against Canada. We're back for the second half. Canada losing by 1-0. I need a better template up top to show the score. Something more colorful. I gotta come up with something creative. I subscribed to a site, but it wasn't working. I think I gotta wait till month 10. The World Cup is over by the time they're ready. So we are in the 46th minute of 90. And Canada losing by 1. At home, they're losing. They have had little or so pressure so far. Bosnia score from a corner. Here comes Canada again. And turns it over. Ball played over the top. And Buchanan has to do more. He's getting some one-on-one. Here comes Bosnia. A horrible pass. This is just bad football. Even the Bosnians trying to play the ball through, it's just bad football. There is no deftness on the passes. They're just plain hits and they go to no one. Canada go over the top trying to find Tani, get her on his man nicely. Try to get her on him. Good tackle by the defender, out of bounds, throwing to Canada. We just see Miller for another long throw. Buchanan picks it up and throws it in. I don't think that was smart. Good ball into the box. Good turn. Brilliant turn. Lift his man to dead. Cross the ball. Headed out. That's a horrible cross. After such a brilliant play, you have to do a better job of crossing that ball. After such a brilliant play, he beat the man down by the corner. And his cross was where the keeper was. He got to lob the ball to the far post. That was a brilliant play. That's that creativity you're looking for. Long throw to Canada, headed over. Headed out by Bosnia. Canada playing with more purpose second half, applying the pressure. They're coming forward again. 1-2 inside by Canada. Ball turns over. Good block by the Bosnian. And they play it out for a throw into Canada. Bosnia feeling the pressure. Canada playing with more zest. Ball down the corner. Play down to Buchanan, who cross in the box. To nobody. The Bosnians playing through balls, but are over the top, but they don't have the speed to go by the Canadian defender. So why are you trying such passes? They're not going anywhere. Canada coming forward. Johnston over the top. Trying to find Davies. Is there, beat the keeper, and he's taken out. That could be a red card and a penalty. That has to be a red card and a penalty. That was Tani Olawaseyi. And he had the ball and the keeper hit him. So this is going to be messy. Messy and ugly. I think this has to be a red. This looked like, let me see it again. Looked like a red card to me. We'll see what it is. Did the keeper hit him or did he hit the keeper? Let's see what happens. No, he got to the ball. I don't know. It's like a bang play. I need to slow it down so I can see it again. The keeper is down. And the center forward for Canada, Tani, is down also. Now, did the keeper punch him and pretend? Let's see what happened. Was he offside too? No, he's onside. He's onside. The man on the far side is keeping him onside. The defender stepped up, but the man on the far side didn't respond. I don't know. It looked like a bang play. The keeper may have hit it. Yeah, the keeper punched it first, but the keeper punched him. So how would that go? The keeper punched him in the face. The keeper got the ball, but punched him at the same time. Anywhere in the field, that's a foul, people. If you punch the ball and you punch the man at the same time, that's not a good outcome. Was a brilliant move by Tani. And then he crossed the ball on the ground to Davies. You got to put the ball in the far post. He beat the man in the corner just to play before that when he got hurt. He beat the man brilliantly, the defender. And all he had to do was try to chip it to the far post. He tried to play it where the keeper was. Anyway. Here comes Canada again. Poor ball. Horrible ball. Now, both players are recovered. I don't know. In bang plays like that, where the keeper punched the ball and punched the man, I don't know how that works. If it was in the middle of the field and you went through a tackle and you catch the player, you get a foul. I guess keeper still have more latitude in today's football. Canadians make some bad passes, though, which are unforced errors, I'd call them. Here comes Canada again. They dominated like they did in the first half. By the way, I just saw something pop up here that somebody became the first trillionaire. I don't think that's something to brag about, frankly. I don't think that's a good thing. But anyway, that's for another day. This World Cup. Canada coming forward. Cross into the box. Good cross. Collected by the keeper. Looked good when he left his feet, but didn't work out that way. Buchanan has the ball wide. He has his man one-on-one. Try to beat him. Out of bounds. Throw into Canada. Jesse Marsh looking worried. And he should be. They're probably playing what? One of the worst teams in the zone. And they're losing. Team has done nothing to them except score a corner. Here comes Canada again. Foul against Canada. Free kick to Canada. Canada has to play with a little more purpose. And a little more thought. I don't think they're playing smart. They're dominating possession, but they're not playing smart. Possession without outcome is nothing. Here comes Canada. Davies out wide. Not enough people in the box. You need to put the far post. Miller plays it back. In the box to Davies. He's clear. Wide open. Oh, it looked like it's a goal. It hit the upright. We're not sure if it's a goal or not. The referee hasn't signaled yellow card to Canada, hasn't signaled a goal. David, was that David? Was that Kune? That was Kune, actually. I thought he scored that. He had the ball in the box, turned, went through, played it through, and the defender hit the ball on the bar, and he came back out. That was Kolasinac. He used to give away goals for Arsenal. Totally agree, Vaughn. Totally agree. That's my take on it. I don't care if SpaceX go to $1 billion. I'll never buy a SpaceX share, ever. I'll never buy a share of SpaceX, but that's me. So Canada has its second yellow card. Here comes Bosnia again. Bosnia's gotten away. He's free one-on-one. And he misses. Oh, my Lord. Oh, what a miss. He got away clean on the goal. Canada left, caught napping. Ball was played over, and it was wide open. He had a clear side at goal. That was number 10 who got the yellow card. And the keeper did a brilliant job. He tried to beat the keeper. He stuck his foot out and got it away from him. That could have been 2-0. Kolasinac saved a goal on the other end. Corner to Bosnia again. Dangerous. Played by Canada. Canada coming forward. They have numbers. Get played forward. It does. But turnover. Ball back to Bosnia. And they come again. Canada coming forward. Ball played by the keeper. He should play it wide to Johnston. Johnston has it wide. Good cross to the far post, but out of bounds. Goal kick to Bosnia. Not a good cross. That was Miller's side, by the way. As a winger, you got to be able to cross better than that. Jonathan Davies just making mistake after mistake. That pass he need to make, he should just cut the ball. The pass was never there. Cut the ball inside, then make the pass. He's not playing with composure. Totally agree, J. Russ. Here comes Canada again. Canada's making, in the final third, they're not making the best decisions. You ever treat the ball like it's an egg? If you drop it, it breaks. And with gentle and with care, you can't just kick the ball and try to cross because, no, take your time. You have time and space. Bosnia's not pressuring you. Bosnia look like they're dead on their feet. If you just join us, we are watching Canada versus Bosnia. Canada down by 1-0. Corner scored by Lukic. Canada checking on their subs. They're going to bring on a sub soon. See Jesse Marsh there. They're going to bring on a sub soon, it appears. They miss Alphonso Davies big time. And you lose your first game, people put you in trouble. You have a chance to still go through. You can come third, but you don't want to lose your first game, especially to a team you expect to beat or to at least draw with. I wouldn't say it's a good game. I would say it's an okay game. I don't think it's that good a game. I think it's a poor game. The passing has not been crisp. The decisions have been poor. Canada dominated possession, but it's not because they're playing great. Because Bosnia is not offering much resistance, but they're leading. Foul against Canada, free kick to Bosnia. Hey, Zantanas, stop beating Arsenal. We won the league. We could crowd you won, Zantanas. We won the league. And should have won the Champions League too. We hug our way to the title. It's good hugging. Free kick to Bosnia. Canada need to keep Davies up top of the halfway line. Don't let him go further. Ball headed up inside to Bosnia. Kolasinac playing it over. That should be caught by the keeper easily. And he tried to punch it. I have no idea what the hell he was doing. He had an easy catch ball, and he punched the ball out of bounds and gave you a corner. to a team that's much taller than you and to a team that's a set piece specialist. Oh, you're an Arsenal fan? Okay. You don't sound like it. That was poor goalkeeping. Awful goalkeeping, frankly. You don't want to give corner to the Garden Steam people. That's what they specialize in. Here comes really good corner. Headed down by Bosnia over the bar. See? That was a chance, actually. You don't want to give corner to this team. You have to know who you're playing against. The keeper did a horrible job of trying to punch that ball out. And a while ago, Canada is not marking the corners really well because they're bigger and stronger than them. The Bosnians are bigger, stronger, physical. Good pressure by Buchanan and Kolasinac. If you just join us, we're in the 58th minute of the third game of the World Cup. And Canada losing by 1-0 at home to Bosnia. And Canada's going to make 2 changes. Here comes Bosnia with a bad turnover. Here comes Miller. Plays the ball inside to number 7. He's coming forward. He plays outside to Jonathan David. To Kune. Miller got himself back on side. Almost turned it over. Miller should cross the far post. Played the ball down the line. Bad play a while ago. Bad pass. So many bad passes. I know the space is tight, but passes that should be made and be completed, not being completed. Come Jesse Marsh, make some change. You need something better on the field. Throw into Bosnia. When is Jesse going to make his changes? He's making his changes now. There are 2 changes. Number 20 is on and number 24 is on. 2 more creative players. So Miller is off, not surprised. Is Tani coming off too? Yep. Those are 2 changes. So Schaffelberg, who I like, by the way. Surprised Miller starts over him. Schaffelberg is a good player. And he doesn't stop running. David is on. 24 is on. So it's 3 changes. Jonathan David is off, which is fine. Buchanan and Schaffelberg, Ahmed and David is on. Why do you seem like you have this mix-up? So Miller's not off? I thought Miller and Tani was off, but no, it's Schaffelberg is on. I didn't see him warming up. Jonathan David is off. Yeah, because he didn't have a good game. So Miller, Buchanan, and David is off. I thought Tani was coming off, but he's not. I guess that one beat he made gave him a chance, but Jonathan David hasn't played well. So I think it's a good change. He's been poor. His whole play has been poor. His finish has been poor. Just a poor game. Canada getting frustrated. We're in the 62nd minute. Goal kick to Canada. And Basic and Lusic are off for Bosnia. Ball played out Canada, out of bounds, throw into Canada. Deep in Bosnia's half. We're in the 62nd minute. Bosnia winning by 1-0. Canada has threatened, has had some really good chances, but hasn't put any of them away. Canada coming forward again. Bosnians are falling over like the referee called a foul. I'm not even sure how much of a foul that was. I don't think that was a foul. Number 24 looked like he walked on the Bosnian hand on purpose. He did it on purpose. Let's see what happens. Free kick to Bosnia. Long kick out by the goalkeeper. Headed out by Canada. Canada coming forward again. Ball played out. Control by number 20. Good play forward. Here comes Canada. Bosnians are throwing themselves into tackles. They are very motivated, trying their best to withstand the Canadian pressure and hold on to this 1-0 lead. Here comes Canada again. Number 20 looks like he has a lot of skill. Ball played in the box. Canada looking to shoot. Shot, but the shot is blocked. He was being held though, his shirt was being held by Kolasinac. Bosnia trying to play it from the back, but they should just go long because it's not working. Canada coming forward again. And going long. The midfield general has come on, number 20. What's his name? I can't remember his name, actually. Looks like he's Ethiopian. Look, Eritrean or Ethiopian. He's a very skillful player. Played with a lot of flair. He and Schafferberg would make a difference. I think Schafferberg would make a difference. Here comes Canada. Really good overlapping. Ball inside, looking to cart, far post. Shot. Out of bounds. Goal kick to the Bosnians. That was a shot by Eustaquio, or Estaquio, you call it. Yeah, the Bosnians are back defensively, though. That's one thing. They're not getting caught out. They're very compact, and they're not getting caught out. If you're Canada, you must be very nervous. You got 25 minutes left. You haven't scored. It looked like scoring, even though you've had chances. Bosnia trying to play football, but turns it over. And wins it back. That should be a foul, referee. Referee called nothing. And ball turnover to Canada. Canada trying to go long to find Schafferberg. Well, I think Schafferberg is going to create something. Good cross by Schafferberg, far post. Oh, ball headed out. Missed in the Bosnian box. Played by Bosnia. Here comes Canada again. Canada putting under pressure. And it's a foul. It should be a yellow card, referee. But he's not giving a yellow. 66 minute. Canada down by 1-0. Schafferberg is going to make a difference. But his speed, he should have been playing in the first half instead of Miller, to be honest. Here comes Canada again. Great, good ball. Cross in the box. Cross again by Canada. And played out. Throw into Bosnia. In the final third, well, Canada's made the best decisions. Not the best decision in the final third. And again, that ball would have gone in and it's headed out again. The ball was headed down to goal, actually. Here comes Bosnia. And they're open, and they have numbers. It's 3 against 4. Bosnia in the box. Really good defensive pressure. Really good pressure by Canada. And Bosnia has it looking to go far post, and they do again. Ball headed down, but straight to the keeper. And the Canadians are not happy. Thought it should be an offside, but it wasn't. Canada coming forward. Number 7 plays the ball out wide. What kind of pass was he trying? That makes no sense. The poor pass. They're trying passes that are not there. Now, I know when you're at field level, the game is different. I mean, you're just trying to watch it from a camera up top, but some of those passes, there's no place to get that pass. That should be a free kick to Canada, actually. Now, I would have put Shackelberg on the right side and try to play him through, actually. They're trying to go far post. Ball headed out. Should be a corner to Canada. No. Kept in by the Bosnian. Oh, and he did a dive. He got touched and dived. That's Kolasinac. Yep, got to be Kolasinac. He's an expert at that. There's no reason to touch him, people. If he's not going anywhere, why are you following him? If he's not going anywhere, why are you following him? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I think Schafferberg would change the game, though. That's what I believe right now. So we'll see if that happens. We have water break. If you just join us, we're watching the Canada versus Bosnia game. Canada losing by 1-0. And onto my score. My score disappeared from top of the chart, so I'll take it down. Canada cannot afford to lose this game. They cannot afford to lose this game. That would be tragic. With no Jonathan David, no Buchanan, no David on the field, it's not looking good for Canada. To me, they're the better team than Bosnia. It's very obvious, but they haven't played like it. I'm trying to find some information here I can put up. Jesse Marsh must be thinking, what can I do to allow me to get back in this game? And it shows you that sometimes you see outcome, but outcome may not be reflective of the run of play. They're watering the field also at the same time. Canada's a long bench, you know. Got about 12 people on the bench, so we'll see what happens. They need to find a way to break down this Bosnia defense. They can't do it in the air because they're just too good in the air. You have to find ways to get the ball wide and play it in the box underground or some kind of cutback to get behind them. They've had the much better run of the game, but they have nothing to show for it. Bosnia's a very disciplined team. They could have been down 3 or 4 already. Canada had chances. Coney had a chance. David had a chance. Tani had a chance. They've had chances. And it's a very aggressive Canada team. Oh, he almost created a faux pas there. Almost turned into the Bosnian player. That was awful defending. See, Canada committed a lot of players forward. A lot of players forward. They need to play desperate. I don't think they're playing desperate. Schafferberg has it. And try to backheel it. Not a smart play. A blind pass. Foul against Bosnia. And Kone is not happy with the referee. We have 3 games tomorrow. Qatar plays Switzerland, Brazil play Morocco, and Haiti plays Scotland. I think I'm going to miss the Haiti-Scotland game. It's right in the middle of my Knicks game, so we know what I'm watching. I see Jonathan Davies is sitting on the bench, but I don't think he's playing today. Probably put him on there for moral support. Yeah, he's on the bench, but I don't think he's going to play. He's not fit enough to play. They may put him on if they're desperate, but then they may run the risk of him getting injured, and then Bosnia making 2 more changes. Here comes Canada again. I think I've been saying that all game. Here comes Canada again. Schafferberg out there trying to beat his man. Hasn't worked so far. And he runs it out of bounds. And looked like not sure if he hurt himself. But he has his head down too much. You gotta have your hand up first before you start dribbling. Then you dribble. Bosnia's a difficult team, people. They're showing you how to defensively can be really organized and play. They haven't really done anything in this game, to be honest. But they're leading. That's the most important thing. Schafferberg is a worker. Here comes Schafferberg again. Trying to get by his man. But gets dispossessed. Bosnia is very physical. Bosnia coming forward again. Kolasinac plays it wide, takes a nice 1-2. Bosnia now trying to play the ball around and playing through tight spaces. Really good playing. Kolasinac plays inside, really good 1-2s. Canada now struggling to get a hole off the ball or off their opponent. Bosnia playing the ball around 9. She's going all the way from right to left. Play little triangles, 1-2 in the middle of the park. And turn it over, but win it back again. Canada now being stretched. Good tackle by Ahmed. Ahmed is a nice little player. Came on late in the second half. Took another change by Canada. Jesse Marsh getting desperate. Larin is on, and Larin missed a lot of goals when he comes on, to be honest. But when you're desperate, you try anything. And Oluwaseyi is off. Foul against Canada. Free to Canada. We're in the 76th minute. Look like Johnston got a kick from Canada. He's down. Looking for some help, but he's not calling for the medic. The Canadians are biting their fingernails. They're pensive. Ball over the top, trying to find Larin, just came in. Johnston edges that wide. Good turn inside. Brilliant attempt, actually. Was that by Ahmed? He's been the best player in the field since he came on. I think he should get more playing time. He's a creative player. Ball out of bounds, throw into Canada. Really bad pass by Bosnia. Bosnia has not played well, but they've done enough to be in front. Throw into Canada. Here comes Canada again. When you play with 3 defenders, you leave yourself open, and that's not how they've gotten burnt so far. So here comes Canada playing out the back. Play out to Schafferberg. He has a chance. He has a man one-on-one. But what Bosnia does, they roll people over to protect when their players are isolated. They do a good job of really rotating their defense. Canada trying to keep the ball and trying to figure out where the gaps are in the defense. And Shackelford trying to go behind, but he's going to be offside. He has to slant his run. He's running too square. Slant his run. See, goes again. His run is not slanted. Here comes 1-2 by Canada in the box. Shot. Oh, what a brilliant goal. Is that Lauren? What a brilliant goal. Brilliant goal by Lauren. Really nice 1-2. Looked like between Kone to Lauren, who flicked it up. And the right corner. Brilliant, brilliant goal. World-class goal. World-class goal. Lauren just came in. Who missed a lot of goals, by the way, people, because I've seen him play a number of times. He didn't miss today. Brilliant goal. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Really well worked. They took their time. Nice 1-2. Lauren flicked it up. One of those passes were hard for the defense to react. Had the ball on the right. Looked like this was Coney coming forward. Played a nice 1-2. Ball was flicked over. And he's onside. Kolasinac keeping him onside. He would have been offside, actually. And he controlled it brilliantly because it wasn't the easiest pass to control. Really nice 1-2. Almost like a set play. And he just turned his man and guided into the far corner. That's a brilliant, brilliant goal. In the far corner, on the outside of his right foot, and Canada has tied the game. Brilliant goal. Jesse Marsh made a change at the right time. Kolasinac fell asleep, people. That's all Kolasinac fault. He fell asleep. The center halves had him. He was going to be offside because he turned. Yeah, but that deflected too. That's why it looked so great. I thought he hit that right, but it deflected. He was going right, and it deflected left. Brilliant goal, though. You can't take anything from it. It was a deflection, but still a brilliant goal. Brilliant build-up. But I think that's Kolasinac's fault. You can't be outside and be the one keeping the man onside. I'm sorry. You're supposed to follow your center halves. That's poor defending. That's why we got rid of him at Arsenal. It's 1-1. One Bosnia and one to Canada. Now Canada got to think about, what? Do we then go? Canada's to think about, do they go for the win or do they play for the draw? Do they go for the win or do they play for the draw? That's the question. What a brilliant flick. Yeah, Kolasinac had him onside. That's poor defending, man, Kolasinac. Former Arsenal player, poor defending. So Canada's backing in, people. They will look for sure dead because Bosnia was playing really good defensively. And they had that covered. But not covered well enough. Not covered well enough. So we're back on Game is Live. And Canada is back in it. Here comes Canada. Referee says play on. To Schafferberg playing over the top. Trying to play it through. Bosnia has it. Play back to the keeper. Boots it out of bounds for a throw into Canada. I'm trying to put the score up, but it's not working. Ball out of bounds. It'd be a goal kick. Somehow this is not working. I can't find it. Turn it off. Kolasinac is down. If you're playing defense, and any young kids out there playing defense, if you're out wide, you have to be. You cannot be the last man. I don't care what the winger is doing. If the winger is beyond you, the winger is offside. So you cannot keep that offside. Kolasinac fell asleep. Because when Lauren turned, he was in an offside position. But because Kolasinac was there, he kept him onside. The two center halves stepped up a little bit, just enough for that offside. But if you're outside back, and Kolasinac looked like he's hurt himself, he's coming off, he's the captain, you cannot make that mistake. You cannot be the person keeping the play onside. That can't happen. Not a good move by Kolasinac at all. Not a good move. So if you just join us, we are watching the third World Cup game between Canada and Bosnia. Canada just tied it up. Score tied up 1. 7 minutes to go, 6 minutes and some seconds. Canada's been the better team. And they've brought in some fresh legs who have helped them. Ahmed has been good. Lawrence scored. And they got rid of some of their better players. Jonathan David was removed. Tani was removed. Buchanan was removed. Miller was removed. And frankly, they have looked better in terms of the potency of the offense. Oh, it was a missed kick. Here comes Bosnia. It was a really bad missed kick. And should be a corner to Bosnia. Really bad missed kick by the Canadian. I'm not sure who miskicked that one. Corner took Bosnia. This is dangerous. So that was Larea towed it out. Corner coming in, headed out by Bosnia. Miss kick, trying to play it over the top again. Here comes Bosnia again. Ball into the box, trying to go inside. Good play by the Canadians. They crowd him out and take it, trying to find Strelberg forward. Has it, trying to beat his man. That was close. If he got it over the top, that'd be a race, and he's always going to win those bases. Schafferberg is really, really quick. Let's open up ball, go over the top. So they have him sprinting out. So FIFA has a scoreboard. I got to find that scoreboard. That scoreboard looks really nice. I wonder if that's by Fox or that's FIFA. I'm going to try to find that scoreboard. I like that scoreboard. Yeah, look that pretty. We're in the 86th minute. Canada 1. Bosnia 1. Here comes Bosnia. It's 1 against 2. Canada coming forward, trying to go long. Canada has it. Looking for a pass. Try to play it inside. He got fouled. Free kick to Canada. Score is 1-1. Here comes Canada again. Ahmed is out wide 1-on-1. Ahmed has played well since he came on. Back ball to Ahmed. Ahmed trying to beat his man. Goes back inside. Back to Ahmed. Trying to play a nice 1-2. Oh, I'm not sure what. Who was that? Was that Johnston? I'm not sure what he was doing, frankly. Foul against Canada. Should be a free kick. Bosnia's run out of ideas, but they didn't have any before the game started, and it hasn't gotten any better. They're truly out of ideas. Here comes Canada in the 88th minute. Almost at full time. If Canada plays a team with a lot of good counter-offensive team that has some speed, they may be in trouble. They're still attacking a lot of players upfield, and Bosnia doesn't have enough players down the field. Good play by Canada coming forward again. Battle to Hamed. Got fouled. Free kick to Canada. If you just join us, Canada versus Bosnia. Score tied at 1. Free kick to Canada. Almost at 90 minutes. Over the top, really awful free kick. Awful free kick. Anybody's ball, as they say. You think this could be... No, Bosnia's better than Jamaica. Come on. 6 minutes of extra time. So Canada have 6 minutes to bring this home. Ball headed up by Bosnia. Canada up. Bosnia trying to come forward. Here comes Bosnia. Good play by the Canadian. He's won the ball. Should be a throw into Canada. We're in the 91st minute. Third game of the World Cup. Canada may salvage a draw. They actually should have won this game. They were the better team. Dominated possession. Had the better chances. And scored a deflected goal. It was a really good goal. Changes being made. Canada bringing on number 21. And who is off? Osori is on. Estakwe is off. He played well enough, number 7. Here comes Bosnia. Good turn inside, trying to beat 3-4 man. Got fouled. Referee says no. You fell down. Ahmed with the ball wide. Here comes Canada. There's a foul against that big center forward. I'm not sure what he was doing. He's been a little bit clumsy. We have basically 5 minutes remaining. Oh, number 19 just got barely touched and he's going to throw himself to the ground. The ref should book him. So there's a free kick to Bosnia. 4 minutes remaining. Players seem to have held up well. But then again, they weren't really sprinting a lot in this game. And by the way, people, join me this evening or tonight at 10. USA versus Paraguay. That should be a better game. Looking forward to that game, actually. Bosnia with over the top. They've loaded the right side, playing the box. Canada with a really bad kick. Headed up again by Canada. Canada trying to come forward. Beat his man nicely. Here he comes. He's got pulled back. That should be a yellow card. Not a good foul. Why are you pointing to the referee? You may get a yellow card to number 21. If you're trying to gesticulate to the referee, that could also be a yellow for you. The referee saw it. He's going to give you yellow. to Kratik. He had to take that yellow. We're in the 93rd minute. And that's a turnover by Canada. Makes no sense. So Kratik has a yellow card, number 18. No red cards in this game, unlike the South Africa game, which had 3 reds. No red in this game. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Give me some encouragement to come do the show tonight. Must be disappointing for the Canadian fans. The stadium is packed. The team played better, but not totally convincing. Here comes Canada again, trying to come forward. Got dispossessed. Almost got dispossessed in the dangerous area. And then turned it over. Poor decision. Oh, good run by Schafferberg. Good run to win the ball back. Canada chance to come forward. Ball to Schafferberg. Good pass inside. Canada coming forward. Osorio. Looking to go wide. Beat his man nicely. Looking for Schafferberg behind. Decided not to play it. And goes wide out to Ahmed. Ahmed controls. 2 minutes on his side. Played up to the far post. Not a good play. Not a good pass, actually. He had time to control it and make a better pass. Trying to find Laren wide, or number 24, but not a good pass. I'm going for the USA win. I think USA is going to beat Paraguay. I think Pulisic and Balogun will score. Here comes Canada. We only have a minute and 21 seconds remaining. They're looking for that decisive goal. Ball out to Ahmed. Ahmed comes inside. Goes back to that. Goes inside to center half, looking for a pass. Yeah, Schafferberg wide. Schafferberg wide. He should go to him and he should just run past his man right now. No dancing. He has to go back, playing it safe. So Bosnia just sitting back and say, you know what? Come at us. Schafferberg has it wide, trying to play it down the line. Has it inside. Canada has a dangerous position. Cross in the box. Laren shot blocked. Oh, he has to put that. He has to put that away. Wow. That was a really good chance, actually, for Canada. Seconds remain in the game. Really good chance. Laren had a chance to just probably toe poke that one. Not even a shot. Here comes Canada again. Bosnia holding on for dear life. Ball out to Ahmed. Has man one-on-one. Looking to run by him. Trying to 1-2, and he got knocked down. Referee says no. After he got fouled, referee says no. I think that may be the last play of the game. And Laren said he should play the ball up. Let me see. Laren had it to shoot. If he shot it straight, he scores. But he tried to go across, which is the right shot. And he got blocked. That was close. That was almost the game right there. Laren has come in and looked 10 times more dangerous than game is over. Canada 1, Bosnia 1. So for the 3-game space so far, South Africa lost two goals into Mexico. South Korea won 2-1 against the Czech Republic. And Canada and Bosnia have drawn one apiece. So interesting start to the World Cup. First game boring as you know what. Canada still has Switzerland and Qatar in the zone, so they have a chance to go through. Switzerland's going to be tough. Switzerland should win the zone. Canada's a chance. They can beat Qatar. They can go through, or they come third in the group. They have a chance. But they should have won this game. They're the much better team. They had the better chances. It wasn't close. Bosnia, to me, is going to finish last in this group. I think Qatar is going to beat them. Yeah, it's a very disappointing run for Canada. I mean, they're shaking hands. They look happy. Bosnia is very happy because Bosnia didn't do much. They look static. They look dead-legged. They didn't look like a team that should be even in this game. I think Canada is let down by some of their key players, especially Jonathan David, who was poor. Buchanan wasn't that good. I thought Laren came on and played well. I thought Ahmed and Schafferberg were. They probably should have started, to be honest, especially Schafferberg, who gives a lot. Miller didn't do much, frankly. But it's all about outcome. Bosnia third. I think Bosnia can finish fourth. I think Qatar will beat Bosnia. kind of surprising because Bosnia knocked Wales out. So, but 1 point apiece in this 1 point apiece in this group. Come back, people, tonight. 9:45. I'll be here. USA, Paraguay. I'm promising a better game, even a better host. Actually, it should be a good game. USA will be hyped, as you know what. Pochettino will be hyped. His team will be hyped. The Balagans, the Pulisic, the Reyners, the McKennas, the Adams. They have a good team. The Robinsons, they have a good team. And I'm sure they'll play accordingly. They'll play accordingly. They're hyped. And Pulisic has a lot to prove. Balogun has a lot to prove. He hasn't produced as expected when he first joined the U.S. because they pursued him for 2 years. But Canada should be, they're not going to be happy. But at a minimum, they know all is not lost. Now, you should want to win your zone. If you can finish third place, you're going to play one of the better teams. So you don't want to finish third. And not all third place get through. So we'll see what happens. But good game. I won't go through the stats for this game. They are what they are. Canada dominate possession. Bosnia scored a header. And that's been it. But we'll come back this evening. We'll be here. And you'll be here too. We're here at 9:45. It's a 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time game. 9 p.m. Jamaica time. Come join me. Let's talk some football. I can't even talk about Jamaica if I don't want to, because someone who's still sad. And if you feel like how I feel that Jamaica should be in the World Cup, then again, I wouldn't be doing this because I'd probably be going to the games, actually. And right now, I'm not going to any game. I've seen a replay of the Bosnia goal. Number 7, Eustáquio, what the hell was he doing? What was he doing? Where was he running to? No man's land. That's just awful by him. He has to be the front man for that ball. Anyway, thanks for being here. Come back and join me, people. 9:45 tonight for the USA game. Be here or be, you know what I'm saying. All right? Have a good evening. See you in a bit. Peace out.